house can be a complex process, and there are many things you should do to ensure a successful sale. But there are also a few things you should avoid doing. My name is Mary. I am a real estate agent in the state of California. In this video, I will talk about my takes on what I think home sellers should not do when selling their houses. Let's get into it. First and foremost, do not neglect to declutter and clean your home before showing it to your potential buyers. This is because the first impression is very important and you should always want it to be a good one. Put yourself in the buyer's shoes. When they go home shopping, they probably want to buy a nice and clean house. Therefore, you want to make your house feel more spacious, fresh, and clean. You don't want to let the insignificant cluttering leave the buyers feeling the house might not be right for them. It's also important not to smoke or engage in any other activities that can leave a bad impression on the buyers. Not only should the house feel good, it should smell good too. Making the house smell good by lighting a candle or plugging in scented oils can positively elevate buyers' mood and therefore leave them with a good impression. Now, I'm going to talk about a very common and financially damaging mistake that many home sellers make. That very common mistake is overpricing their home thinking they will get more money for the sale. This mistake can easily cost you time and money by driving away good and qualified buyers. Overpricing a home above its market value can lose buyers' interest and cause them to start looking elsewhere at other more reasonably priced homes down the street or in the neighboring cities. Which are your competitors in the first place? It's a big mistake to lose your clients to your competitors. Once they move on to the next shop, it will be hard to regain their interest and to get them to come back to your house. As a result, it will cause your home to sit on the market longer than it should, resulting in you having to pay for the monthly expenses such as mortgages, property tax, utility bills, home insurance, and other maintenance costs that may incur. Having the property sit on the market for longer than 3 weeks unsold will also significantly result in diminishing buyer demand. This will negatively hurt the seller's asking price. In most cases, sellers usually have to lower their asking price if they want to sell. Therefore, it's important to do your research well and price your home realistically based on its market value the first time around. It's much better to have the buyers competing for your listing than having to lower the asking price to beg the buyer to come back. Achieving something like a bidding war would be an ideal scenario for your house. Having buyers compete for your house would definitely help with your sale price. The next mistake that can also turn buyers away is neglecting necessary repairs and renovations that could lead to a lower sale price. Now, I'm not talking about major renovations like renovation of the whole house or taking down a kitchen and putting a new one in, where you have to spend a ton of money for it. I'm talking about the more basic and necessary repairs such as a leaking faucet, holes on the walls, major scratches and chip paints around the house, electrical issues, painting a garage door, cleaning up the backyard, groom your trees and garden, replacing an HVAC system if need be, fix the leaks on the roof, and termite issues, etc. This is important because a lot of time, buyers run out of money to do their own repairs after spending a lot of money on purchasing a property. They are more likely to opt for a house that saves them extra expenses in the future. So don't neglect to give your house some patching up to make it look more presentable. This can possibly win you more buyers and make you more money in return. Another common mistake that people might take lightly is failing to communicate with your real estate agent and potential buyers. Keep in mind, the house is not sold until you see money in the bank. The number one rule I have in my book is communication. It's better to over-communicate than to under-communicate when you are handling a big financial transaction. Transparency is vital to prevent misunderstanding and lost opportunities. It's important to be responsive and professional throughout the whole entire selling process. Keep in mind, you want to keep these buyers around while they're still excited about your listing and before they move on to the others with greener grass and newer roof. And finally, Avoid being present during showings and open houses. This might not seem like a big deal, but here is why. Just as emotional as selling your house, it's also an emotional process for buyers to make a decision on the purchase of your home. Buyers need space to envision themselves living in the home, having a good time in the backyard with their friends and families, maybe enjoying that barbecue and a glass of cocktail. And imagine how they can make your neighborhood theirs. Your presence at the house can make them feel uncomfortable and distract them from achieving that new life vision. Remember, they have to see themselves living in your house to buy it. I understand nothing is going to be perfect, but by avoiding these common mistakes, you can increase your chances of a fast and successful sale, and a happy ending for both you and the buyer. Remember, selling a house can be a complex process, but with the right approach, it can be a rewarding experience for everyone involved. Being a real estate agent myself, I always use the latest technology to market my clients' homes and negotiate to the best of my ability to achieve the best and highest price for my clients. Watch my video on how to sell a house fast and for the best price. Look in the link in the description. I hope you find this video helpful. Thank you very much for watching. Take care and bye now.